Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have an incredible day. I'm here to do an intuitive card reading to see what guidance, messages, and insights the universe wants to share with us at this time, especially for those who are undergoing change. You're trying to make progress, you're working on yourself. Maybe you're trying to, let go of habits, whatever it may be, and you may be struggling with getting the results. You may be putting in all this effort, you may be having your heart and soul into it, and it may not be going out exactly the way that you intended, but the universe is coming in and saying right now to trust the process, that you don't need to rush, that you can go at your own pace. You don't have to do all of it all at once. You don't need to take one big giant leap. You can take small steps, going little by little. But let's look at the cards to see what other insight is coming in. Okay, so the first card we have coming out is Silver. Be persistent. And this is the universe encouraging you, being your cheerleader, and be like, hey, don't give up. Even if you stumble and fall, even if you quote unquote make a mistake or feel like you're failing, or it feels like you're taking a step backwards and you're not making progress, keep going. Pick yourself back up. Try again. Because again, it's not just about the quote unquote end destination, it's not just about the final results of your goal. It's the journey, it's the process, it's the ride. So your story's not over. So you haven't actually failed. It may not be playing out exactly the way you want. This is the kind of thing that was coming up today when I was talking with some of my online friends. They were talking about how they've been working on themselves and they're struggling, and they were feeling really discouraged. And they're just like, man, I committed to myself, I've been showing up for myself, and it's just kind of falling through. Like, I don't feel like I can actually handle it. And they're trying to go cold turkey. They're trying to be like, I'm done, no more. And what I ended up telling them was that sometimes we're able to go cold turkey. We're able to, be in alignment, be in resonance with what we're doing. And it just is easy. Like when I graduated high school, I just felt in my heart and soul that I didn't want soda anymore. Like I just did not want it. And it was easier for me to go cold turkey. Had zero issue with it. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't actually want this. And I've never gone back. That said, there are other things where it's not possible to do that. Whether it be, mental, emotional, physical dependency, coping mechanisms, attachments, maybe even addictions and reliance. Like, we may need to wean ourselves off of it. We may not be able to go cold turkey. So that's what I was explaining to them. It's like, give yourself grace. You're human. You're doing the best you can. And you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to beat yourself up and be like, man, I'm failing at my, goal, my aspiration, my dream. I really want this for myself. It's like, you can still have it. It just may not be in the timing and, the plan that you originally had. It's okay. You can still work towards it. And again, I told them, like, listen, you don't have to do it all at once. And yes, keep the end goal in mind. Keep your eye on the prize. Know where you're heading and don't give up on that. But also don't get so fixated and caught up in it that you forget where you are and where you started, how far you've gone, how much progress you've already made, because you end up forgetting to celebrate your successes that you have made. Like, for instance, one of the things that came up was, sugar. And they're like, I don't want to have any more sugar in my life. And I was like, okay, well, maybe instead of just cutting it all out completely, maybe you do it at a certain meal. Like, no added sugar at this meal. Or, no extra snacks, no sugary snacks throughout the day. Like, start small and build your way up, cutting out more and more and more. And I also pointed out, what framing, wording, narratives, energy are you putting towards it? Where are you focusing? Because, often when you're like, no more sugar, I can't have any more sugar, that puts a lot of pressure on you. And the focus is on what you don't want. The fact that you don't want to have sugar in your life anymore. And so I told them, well, you could try to shift that perspective, that mindset, that narrative, that energy into what it is you actually do want. You could focus on, hey, I want to nurture my body. I want to choose healthy foods that give me energy and replenish my energy and make me feel good, and like shifting it that way. So then it's easier because you're like, well, I do want that for me. And so it's easier to make the choice instead of like, belittling yourself, criticizing yourself, guilt tripping yourself, shaming yourself, being like, bad you, don't have sugar, punishment, punishment, punishment. And so that was what the kind of conversations I was having today. And they were really appreciative of my thoughts on the matter and said that I worded it perfectly. I don't know if I did, like, for everyone, but for them, I'm glad I could help. And I think it really did shift their perspective on it and got them to see things in a new light and have their determination revitalized and be like, yes, I actually can do this. Yes, it doesn't have to be all at once. And one person came back and was like, hey, I'm actually going to start journaling when I want to use it, why I'm using it, and like trying to cut back in certain ways and not do it all at once. I'm like, there you go. There you go. See, you're making progress. Be persistent. Don't throw in the towel and be like, it's too hard. You just may need to course correct. You may need to adjust. It's okay. It's okay. Be persistent. You got this. Stay the course because you can go the distance. You just may need to adjust how you're tackling the situation. Because, if we're focusing so much and we're fixating and obsessing over the problem, it's hard to be in alignment and resonance with the solution because we're so fixated on the negative problem. Be like, can't have this, can't have this, can't have this, can't have this. But it's like, well, you're focusing, like, for the sugar thing, it's like, you're focusing on the sugar. So that's on your mind. And when you tell yourself you can't have something, it's sort of like when you tell people, don't look, don't look, don't look. People tend to look. So that was the kind of conversations we were having. And it feels like they had a lot of aha moments. Yeah. And so it's nice to be able to help out when you can, Peach, inhale a breath of life, yeah. Don't put so much pressure on yourself that you feel like you're going to break and that you can't succeed. Because honestly, that's what it felt like with them. Like, the one person was going on, was like, oh, I was doing really good. I was choosing, fresh fruit. I was drinking more water. But then I went and bought 5 bags of candy. And now they're here sitting in my house and I'm like, I feel obligated to eat them and I want to eat them. It's like, okay, but you still, like, they were even able to acknowledge, like, hey, I did good. I did choose water. I did choose, fruit. I didn't just do a bunch of candy. And so it's like, yeah, acknowledge, like, if my goal is truly to have no more candy, no more sugar in my life, the added sugar, processed sugars, all that, you're not going to want to keep buying the candy, but you're making progress. You chose water. You chose fresh fruit. You are making healthier choices. It's not all you're a failure. How dare you buy the candy? It's like, work your way towards it. Breathe fresh life into this. Don't, suck out all of the wind from your sails and be like, by focusing all the things you're quote unquote doing wrong. Like, how dare I? Like, I'm doing horrible. I'm awful. Look at me. I'm such a failure. It's like, don't do that to yourself. Don't buy into those narratives. Yes, it can be easier said than done. So I've been there before where I'm just like, man, I feel like I'm really struggling. I'm not doing so hot. And another thing that came up in our conversations was how comparison is the thief of joy. You're not breathing life into your situation. You're not breathing love into your situation. You're not breathing light into your situation if you're focusing on other people and how they're farther ahead of you, they're doing better than you, they have what you want, you can never have it, this kind of thing. So no. Focus on taking care of yourself, focusing on recenting on yourself, breathing, relaxing, resting if you need it, filling up your cup, because it's going to help you be persistent. If you can shift your mindset, if you can take care of your body and its needs, if you can uplift yourself, you're going to be able to stay the course. But if you're constantly bashing on yourself and just making yourself feel so low and just, getting into that misery, jealousy, negativity mindsets, how easy is it going to be for you to keep going, you know? You can do it, but you got to stay focused on what it is you truly want. Okay, Black. Find richness from the dark night. And one thing that I'd like to point out is like, it's sometimes our setbacks, our perceived failures, our slip-ups that can give us the momentum, the inspiration, the determination to see it through. Because you're like, no. Like, I'm back to feeling how it was. Because like for some people, you know, when they have sugar or whatever it is they're trying to, you know, change in their life, there's like, I feel so horrible. Like there are people, you know, without be alcohol or smoking or whatever it is, and like, no, I actually feel horrible when I do this. And it's like you slip back into your old habits. You're like, no, I actually don't want this. Like I really don't. And so yes, you know, it can suck to have that slip up, but it can be exactly what you need. So embrace the darkness, embrace your shadow, embrace your slip ups, your setbacks, your obstacles. Like, it doesn't mean it's the end of you. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you can never see it through. It can be exactly what you need, because the thing is, the universe will use anything and everything for your benefit. Like, for instance, earlier today, my dad came home and he was like, oh, hey, look at this. And it was this seasonal job, like hiring form thing for his company that he works at, that everyone in my family has worked at some shape or form. And everyone goes on about how awful it is. And my aunt is even going on about how it's killing her mind, body, and soul. And she's like, I thought my big brother was looking out for me, but no, he set me up, and now I'm here, and I'm stuck in this, that, and the other. Mind you, I don't subscribe to being stuck in it, but like even my sister will go on about how she's aged and it's like destroying her body. I'm like, I'm not, like, it's just like picking it up the paper and just feeling into the energy. It felt so heavy and soul crushing. I'm like, I can't do this, because my family is very much into the traditional. They want you to get a normal job. And I'm not bashing on anyone who has a normal job, like a traditional 9 to 5. But different people have different needs and all that. And it's like, I've tried that. I tried the 9 to 5, but then I also had multiple other jobs going on top of that, because none of them were paying me enough. And I was trying to make ends meet and be able to move out of this house. And as a result, not only was it taken advantage of and sucked dry, there was burnout. And so it's just like, just picking up that paper, it's just like, I started to feel so drained. And I'm like, I can't go back to this. I can't go back to this. And it was like a very intense, like, I felt so exhausted after feeling it. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't go back. Like, I know that I don't have the most finances right now. I'm still figuring things out. But like, honestly, that whole experience made me all the more determined to make other things work, because I'm like, I can't go back to that. Like, I don't know if I'll make it out alive, honestly, because I barely made it out alive the first time. And when I went back temporarily back in 2021 to do a part-time job, while I also was doing, you know, pet sitting and babysitting and tutoring and all that, it did not go well, because I underwent the same things of people taking advantage of me, using me, depleting me, draining me dry, not respecting me, taking me for granted, completely disregarding my personal free time and thinking like I was on call for them. And I'm like, no, I can't go back to that. Like, it's too restrictive, and just like, it feels like I would be completely off my path. And so sometimes you just need to feel into things, and it will provide the clarity you need. And it could just be about a certain situation, but it's like, the thing is, like, I very much feel energies. I can feel if something does not resonate, if something feels off. And so sometimes I don't know exactly what it is, but right before all the drama went down with my full-time job, where I was a co-teacher at a preschool, like, I was starting to feel the energy. I'm like, why do I feel this unease, like this dread? Like, nothing's happening right now. I'm sitting on the porch. It's sunny. It's a beautiful day. And then I got on the Zoom call and the leadership just started tearing into me, saying that I didn't deserve the little money that I was earning. I was horrible, all these things. And I'm like, so that's what that was. They're coming to attack me. Okay. But even in that, like, that gave me the push to start looking into online income and passive income and other modes of having a living, because it really was not working for me. Like, that job just drained me dry, and they kept saying that they had your back and that they would support you and that they were going to get more help, and then they never did. And I bring it up and they'd be like, oh yeah, we're working on it. Never happened. Bring it up again. Oh yeah, we're working on it. Never happened. And so yeah, like, even the very, very dark nights of the soul and these intense storms, there can be a light in it and clarity and direction. It can be easier said than done going through it, but it can be very, very helpful. Ruby, rejuvenate your body. Yeah. And that's why I can't go back to the traditional. Honestly, I've always been a black sheep in my family. Like, I've never been able to do what they do. I've tried. I've tried because it's just like, I want the ease that they have. At the same time, I don't really want to be living the life they do, because they're very much coming from an unconscious place and lashing out and having poor emotional regulation and projecting and pointing fingers and arguing, causing drama and conflict and all these things, and it's unnecessary. So it's like, in that regard, no, I don't really want to be that. But yeah, it's just a lot more rejuvenating to do more creative projects, to have a little more freedom and flexibility, to work with all sorts of people that I wouldn't be able to do in a traditional 9-to-5 job. Not to say that it would be horrible, but the job that my dad's trying to push on me right now, it's fulfilling gift card orders. And she's like, yeah, because a lot of people order them, so you'd be like answering the phone and like filling all these things and sending them gift cards. I'm like, that just, no, like, not that that's not a service that people would appreciate, but like, dealing with that, because people in the holiday season, they can get ways, guys. Like, I'm already struggling with my family and just some of the people I'm encountering in day to day, because I was talking to my best friend about this today, and she's like, yeah, people are acting so wild, like, it's mind-boggling. And she's like, yeah, I went outside and I came back inside, and then I went out right again afterwards because she went to get something, and someone had broken glass all in front of her house. And I'm just like, what the frick? Like, people, she's like, it was not there before. It's like, people are acting up, and it's just like, to do it in the hectic, chaotic holiday season, I wouldn't be able to last. Like, the only reason I was able to do more of like an in the public space job before was because I was working with children, and that is a way that like lifts me up, lights me up inside. I love working with children, but to be doing that, it's just like, it would eat away at my soul. And so do things that rejuvenate you, that don't just deplete you. Like, yeah, there can be things that deplete you in life, but there needs to be a balance, because trading away my life like that would not work for me. If it works for other people, all the more power to them. But things like creativity, helping other people, having these kinds of messages, like having conversations like I did with my online friends earlier, and like helping guide them, helping like provide some food for thought kind of thing, that's the kind of thing that rejuvenates me. Not doing the traditional 9-to-5 type jobs, like it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So take time for you. Do things that lift you up and light you up inside, because it's gonna help you stay the course. Okay, yeah, work through your fears, New Moon and Scorpio. Yeah, like, I know that my family means well when they try to give those job things, but they're coming from a very lack, fear type mentality where, like, if you don't have a traditional job, you're not going to make it. Like, you can't have success online or with passive income and all these things. Like, it's not viable. And like, when you see all these other people like doing, let's say, like normal jobs, or they're having stable careers, all these things, and like things just seem to be like all lined up for them, it can start having the doubt and the insecurity and the fear and the worry creeping into your mind, and be like, well, maybe I can't make it. Like, maybe this isn't going to work out. Maybe other people are right and I should just listen to them. But it's like, no, the universe wants you to work through that. It doesn't want you to buy into the fear, the false evidence appearing real. Feel what you need to feel. Process it. Make space for it. Because when you allow it to flow through you, because emotions are energy in motion, that allows you to release it. And it allows you to get closer to your goals. Because you're not getting tripped up by the limiting beliefs, by the negative narratives, by fear, doubt, insecurity. You start getting reassured with yourself, confident in the direction you're moving, because you get in alignment with yourself. You're not running away from yourself. You're not hiding from yourself. You're not sidestepping. You're not sweeping things under the rug. You're just like, no, I'm going to sit with me. I'm going to have open conversations with me. I'm going to be able to just be and work through it. No, I'm not a failure if I have some slip ups. No, I'm not a failure if it's not all coming together yet. I am working towards it. I will see success. I don't know the exact timing. I'm going to trust the universe and its master plan, its divine timing, but I will succeed. I will get what I need. I will live a successful life. But if you start, falling back into old ways, trying to cope and, hide from your emotions, be like, I'll just do this to make it go away. That's how you trip yourself up. Not that, you should judge yourself for it, because we're all human. We all have times like that. But the universe is asking for us to let that go, to let limiting beliefs go, to release fear, to work through it all so that we can reach new levels. Because you can't reach new levels if you stay doing the same things, Yeah, and it is hard work doing all that, but the universe wants you to know your hard work is paying off. New Moon in Capricorn, like, I have been sitting with my emotions and making space and allowing and processing and feeling and just letting it move through me so much lately. It has been intense. Like, I shared it with my online friends because there's like really down the dumps, and I'm like, listen, I'm there with you. And one of them ended up sharing this video about how everyone had lied about, being an adult, and how no one actually has it all together, and a lot of people are just faking it. And like, they just are, the people that look like they have it all together are actually just really good, pretending and putting on a show. But yeah, like, your hard work is paying off. Things are coming together. It may not feel like it right now, but this could just be the storm before the rainbow. You may look around and be like, nothing seems to be happening. I don't see any progress. I don't see any results. I've been trying so hard. I've been planting so many seeds. I've been watering them. I've been tending to the garden. I've been pulling out the weeds. I've been showing up every day, day in, day out. I've been sitting with myself, making myself the best version I can be, healing, learning, growing, improving. And you're just saying, hey, don't worry. You've been planted. You're not seeing the results yet because you're still buried. You will sprout and you will flourish and you will harvest. You will reap what you have sown. You will reap the fruits of your labor. Your hard work is paying off, even if you don't see it yet, because the universe is lining it up for you. It's working magic and miracles behind the scenes, and it's all going to come together beautifully in the universe's master plan. But we got to trust. We can't buy into the fear. We can't be like, oh no, it's not going to work. No, it is. It is. Rest assured. Exactly. I'm telling you, you are very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. This is universe giving you the final confirmation, like chef's kiss, like, hey, your hard work is paying off. You're very close. You don't see it yet, but it makes me think about, I don't know if it's just a meme or an image or like an inspirational photo, whatever it is. Like, it's a picture of the people, mining for gold, and they're chipping away, and it's showing how close they are to finding the gems, finding the gold, and they end up giving up right before they reach it. And that's what the universe is saying, is like, hey, Don't give up. Be persistent. Keep going. Work through your fears. Your hard work is paying off. You will reap your rewards. You will reap what you have sown. You're very close to achieving it. Stay the course. Keep the faith alive. Keep trusting. Keep showing up. Yes, it may not look like it, but things are working out for you. You're very, very close. You're very, very close. So get excited. Okay, so we have angel aura quotes, lighten up. And this is the universe wanting you to lighten up, lighten your mood, focus on joy, focus on fun, focus on peace. Again, how the universe is saying, hey, inhale a breath of life, inhale love of life, inhale excitement, inhale eagerness, bring in the light, bring in the eagerness, the games, the lightheartedness, the levity. Bring more of that in. Because focusing, on the fear, the doubt, the insecurity of the lack, the where is it, I don't see anything, I don't know, let that go. There are some things that you cannot control. The universe is orchestrating things in your favor, and not everything is going to be something you can have a say in, as in, you physically can do something to make it happen. There are other parties in play. There are other components at play. The opportunities are going to happen. It's going to all align magically. The stars will align. But in the meantime, you need to make peace with what is, let it go, and lighten up. Lighten up. Bring more joy in. Rejuvenate your body. Rejuvenate your soul. Do things that lighten you up inside, that make you excited to be alive. Because it's going to help you get even closer to your goals. Because there's only so much you can do. There are some things that are out of your hands. You can't control the weather. You can't control traffic. You can't control other people. They're going to choose what they choose. But the universe is orchestrating on your behalf. So lighten up. It's going to work out for you. Okay. Lapis lazuli. Make a decision. This feels like making a decision to trust the process, to stay the course, to lighten up, to be like, you know what? I don't have to be fixating on where is it, how is it going to happen, when is it going to happen, why hasn't it happened yet, why is it working out for everybody else but not me. You're stepping away from that. You're like, you know what? I don't have to figure it all out. I don't have to have all the answers. I don't have to have it all together. I just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I don't have to know exactly where I'm heading. I just need to show up for myself every day. I have to do the best that I can to meet my goals, my aspirations, to be the best version of myself. But I'm also human, so I'm going to be gentle with myself. I'm not going to beat myself up. I am making the decision to be kind to myself, to trust the universe and myself, to fill up my cup, to show up for myself, to inhale life, speak life over myself instead of death or illness or lack or anything like that. I'm going to uplift myself. I'm going to rejuvenate myself. I'm going to celebrate my successes so far, all the progress I've made. I'm not only going to focus on the setbacks or how long it's taking. I'm going to allow myself to go at my own pace and watch the process naturally unfold. I'm not going to try to rush it. I'm not going to try to cut corners. I'm not going to try to force everything to happen, because the universe will make it happen too. I can co-create with the universe and trust that it will fulfill its end, And yeah, it can be easier said than done to trust, but it's going to do us so much good when we make that, we finally choose that, when we finally choose to trust and have faith. Be like, whatever come, what may, it's going to work out. The universe will use it for my benefit. My highest good. Okay. So we have cocoon of white light, rest and perfect love, understand oneness. Yeah, the universe is wanting you to rest, to relax, to breathe easy, to trust that it has taken care of. The universe has heard you. It is working things out on your behalf. Your hard work is paying off, but also know that you don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to have the weight of the world on your shoulder. The universe has your back. Lighten up. Rest easy. The universe has divine unconditional love for you, and it wants to bless you with magic and miracles. It wants to work everything out for you. It wants to send you blessings. It wants you to have the life that you dream of. So understand that it's working that out for you. It's going to come together. Stay the course and don't give up. Pool of Christ light. Open your heart. Spread unconditional love. And it's interesting how 28 showed up twice. Because the other 28 that I notice is black. Find richness in the dark night. And so this kind of feels like you're opening your heart to all that is. Even what seems dark and potentially heavy and like life storms and all that. Opening up and trusting that it's going to work out. And that you have unconditional love. You're going to allow and make space for what is. You're not going to judge so much. You're going to be open-minded and open-hearted and see, how could this be used to my benefit? How could this be working out for me? Instead of getting so fixated on how it's working against you, because the universe doesn't conspire against you. It conspires everything in your favor. So open your heart. Tap into that unconditional love and start trying to live from that love. That could be the breath of life that you are inhaling and exhaling. You are giving and receiving, Yeah, it's very much a time of soul healing. Align with your essence. See your true colors. Align, align, align. So many of us get out of alignment because we get caught up in the fear, the insecurity, the doubt, noticing that things aren't working out yet, so you fall back on old patterns, the old ways. But the universe wants you to know that you can experience new, that you can start a fresh new chapter, that you don't have to fall back on the old ways. You can heal, you can learn, you can grow, you can improve, you can work through your fears and achieve your goals. You can align with who you truly are, embracing those true colors and letting them shine bright. Because the universe wants great things for you. You don't have to be, struggling the whole time. Right? Because when we heal, when we work through our fears, our past wounds, we can tap into that divine unconditional love, lighten up, and trust. We're going to open up to abundance. And look, there's double 8s. 8 with Ruby, rejuvenate your body, and 8 here with abundance. And also, 8's my favorite number, so that feels pretty special. But yeah, believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. Know that it's working out for you. Be persistent. Don't fall back on your old ways. Don't believe in the doubt, the insecurity, the lack, the fears. Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off. And remember, storms pass. They can't last forever. The dark night of the soul will lead to breakthroughs. Breakdowns become breakthroughs. The dark night becomes the dawn of a new era. You deserve. You're worthy. So believe it. Embrace it. Trust. Have faith. Accept. Allow yourself to receive. Because I know with me and the conditioning of my family and how they always would make it out like I was too needy, I was too much, like I didn't deserve, and even that was going on with, work environments, peers, friend groups, coworkers, all these things that, would always, if people would try to give me money, I remember I would give rides to one of my coworkers at one point, and he would try to give me some gas money, because I was like, oh, well, you're going, really close to where I'm going anyway, so it's fine. He's like, well, yeah, but I feel like I should, and I was like, no, but it's like, I was denying the universe's blessings, I was denying the universe's abundance, and so that's been something I've been working on, believing that I deserve and allowing it in, allowing it myself to receive, because of how I've been conditioned. It's like, no, I don't do that, I don't need it money, but it's like, to live in this modern world, money is a resource that has become very integral. So it's like, allow yourself to receive. It's not bad to receive. It's an energy exchange. So yeah, you deserve plenty. If you are giving energy, you are allowed to receive in return. It's mutual, it's reciprocal, it's beneficial to both, Yeah. Swan self-worth. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Recognizing our self-worth and finally stepping into it. That's a big one for me. It's a big one for me because being used as a scapegoat and always told that I'm the problem, I'm ruining things, and having people scream at me and blow up at me and lash out and like even throw things and such at me, like it's intense over here. Like I'll be minding my own business and things will get thrown, like but it's like literally, like I could just be in a corner, like not necessarily literally the corner, but you know, like off to the side, minding my own business, being quiet, not taking up too much space, not causing a ruckus, just doing my own thing, and then like people blow up and like somehow I'm ruining everything just by existing. So it's like overcoming that, having that soul healing, you know, working through all that. It's been quite the process and journey to rediscover my self-worth, especially after things like the narcissist and that toxic group. Like, they really tried to get me to question it and to revert way back into old ways, and I've just been stepping more and more into my self-worth and self-confidence and saying, nope, not gonna tolerate that anymore. Nope. Having strong boundaries, you know? Like, you deserve good things. Know your worth. Again, believe you deserve because you do. Yeah. Peacock authenticity. You are allowing your true colors to shine. You're stepping into who you truly are. You're not playing small. You're not dimming your light. You're not trying to be someone else and to, you know, color within the lines of their expectations and labels and boxes. And you're just like, I don't need to fit into that. I can be who I am. Like with my dad earlier and him trying to get me into that traditional job, even if it's seasonal, it's just like, it just really isn't in alignment with me. I could feel it. Like as soon as I touched the paper, I was trying to keep an open mind. I was like, well, maybe I'll see what this is. And I was just like, I just feel in my heart and soul, this is a no. And so listen to that. When you feel it clearly, when your intuition, your heart, your soul, the universe is giving you the signs and the messages, listen. Because I haven't listened before, and it's just caused more challenges, obstacles, heartbreak, suffering, pain, like all of that. And it's like, you don't need to do that. Stay authentic. Stay true to you. Do what's best for you. Do what lights you up inside. Yeah, like sometimes we may need to do some things that aren't like quite there yet, like sort of how I, you know, do pet sitting and tutoring and babysitting and house sitting and all that. Like I want to be able to travel more. I want more flexibility and all that, but it's like I know that until things fall more into place, like it's a transition, it's a temporary thing. It's not quite what I want, but it is close enough with what I have going on right now. And so it's like, it will work. It's not like I'm selling myself out and going to this job that I can't stand. Like I enjoy working with my aunt's dog and, you know, the family that I babysit and tutor and pet sit and house sit for regularly. Like I like them. I enjoy working with them. So it's like, it's not a perfect fit, but it's good enough for right now as I transition into the new, you know? Right. Seal, balance. Like, this is me balancing as I'm transitioning from my old life to my new life. Like, what I was telling them is like, sometimes you can't really go cold turkey. Sometimes you need to be more gradual, which is what I've been doing with like work stuff. Like, I've been gradually trying to move away from the old ways and to step into this new thing. But these seeds that I've been planting, they haven't flourished yet. They haven't, you know, produced the fruit, and that's okay. I can balance it. I can balance, you know, rest and productivity. You can do that too. You know, you can balance being service and like helping others and servicing and filling up your own cup, you know, balancing yourself and others, because past me, because my conditioning and all that with family and whatnot is I was constantly giving to everybody else, making sure everyone else was good, being super considerate of everyone else, walking on eggshells, making sure everyone else is good, making sure there's peace and they're good and they're happy and all these things. Meanwhile, I'm depleted and running on empty and experiencing burnout, and somehow I'm still ruining things. Like, that's a whole thing, but like balancing it. Because people are gonna people, they're gonna choose what they choose, they're gonna feel what they feel, and you can't do, like, you can't make other people happy. You can act out of love, you can do kind things, you can, show up and be a friend or a good family member or a good coworker. Like, you can show up and listen for them, make space for them. But at the end of the day, you can't make them happy. Like, happiness is an inside job as well as peace of mind. They have to choose it, they have to want it, they have to work towards it. Sometimes people are content, not necessarily happy, but content to be the victim, to stay in the misery, and they have their own timing. So, like, choose balance. Like, you don't have to do everything for everyone. Yeah, this is the time of clarity, Raven. Doing all that you've done, having all this inside journey work, working on all this progress, showing up for yourself, filling your cup, making space, feeling what you're feeling, allowing them to flow, to process. Like, it's bringing so much clarity. I know for me personally, it's been a lot of clarity, like just seeing things more clearly and seeing cycles and patterns with other people, with myself. It's been a lot. It's been very eye-opening, and it's that way for you too. And there's also just a whole lot of clarity on, being authentic, knowing your self-worth, allowing yourself to receive, allowing there to be balance, staying the course, being persistent, opening your heart, choosing, like making the decision to choose yourself. And that storms, the temporary problems, they're not forever. They're not. Okay, so we have Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah. Sometimes people could have pure intentions from where they're at on their journey, what they know, what they're familiar with. Like my family, I don't think they're trying to sabotage me with stuff like the jobs. I think they genuinely think they're helping me and setting me up for success, but just because that's what works for them doesn't mean it has to be forced onto you, that you have to accept it. Come from a place of inner strength, of fortitude. Be persistent. Stay true to yourself. Stay authentic. You don't have to let them bulldoze over you and force you into things that do not align. You don't have to agree with them. You can listen. You can, feel it out and see if you want to pursue it, but you don't have to. Stay true to you. Be persistent. Have that inner fortitude. Okay. So I see we have 2 month cards coming up. We have August, which is right around the corner. It's literally a couple days from now. And the universe is wanting us to keep in mind about this upcoming new season. Because it's going to be, all this new change, things paying off for you, it's going to be happening between, the August and October period. That's the messaging coming in. This is going to be a big time for you. That doesn't mean you will see results right away, but things are going to start coming together in this period. So, don't back down. Be persistent. Stay the course, because your hard work is paying off. It's paying off. So stay the course. It's not always easy when you're not seeing the results, but it is going to come together. Okay. So we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. This could be a new friendship. It could be a potential new romantic partner. It could be a new business partner, or it could be, a person that you just strike up a random conversation with, and they have insight that will launch you into something. It will be the insight you need to do research or make connections that you didn't see before, or maybe they will introduce you to other people that will help you get things done, and networking. The universe is setting things up for you at this time. So, keep an open mind, keep an open heart, Anything and everything can be used for your benefit, even the smallest of encounters with a stranger. So see how that plays out for you. But we also have Lion, and I find that interesting because we are in Leo season, and we had that recent new moon in Leo, but like the Lion energy is coming up strongly now. It's time to act. And that could just be, choosing to focus on you, to fill up your cup, to do things that bring you more joy as things are falling into place. It could be, listening to your intuition and taking that aligned, inspired action when you're getting that nudging, that little push, be like, hey, I should do this. Even if you don't know why, listen, see what happens. Because the universe is ready to make things work for you. But we also, can't be sitting on the sidelines, twiddling our thumbs, be like, is anything going to happen? Is it going to fall in my lap? Because possibly it could fall in your lap. The universe does provide, so trust in that. But we're co-creating with the universe. We have free will. The universe isn't going to rob us of that. So if you refuse to, open the door of opportunity and walk through the doorway, there's not much the universe can do. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. The universe's hands are tied with certain things. So don't be afraid to act. And the acting could just be, working through your fears and prioritizing your healing. But when we do all this, we're set up for the money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Success, abundance, prosperity, well-being, all of this is being set up for you. Stay the course. Don't back down. Keep taking steps forward, even if they're little steps. You don't have to do it all at once. Just constant effort, constant work, constant steps will add up, even if they're tiny. So you got this, guys. Your hard work is paying off, and you are going to reap the rewards. But yeah, I am there with you in the thick of it. I've been having those ups and downs. I am very human, just as much as you. But I'm sending you so much love. I hope that this has helped reassure you. I hope that this has provided some clarity for you. I'm genuinely wishing you all the best. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care. If you ever need someone to listen to, I'm here. Feel free to, share in the comments things you've been working through. If you want any advice, that kind of thing. And I'll see you next time. Bye.